What is up, guys, and welcome to the Meeple Minded Podcast, the podcast where we talk all things tabletop gaming. My name is Jason.
I'm James.
And I'm Ant.
How are you doing this week, gentlemen? It has been too long.
It has. I'm
Too
doing
long.
great.
You're doing great. This
Yeah.
makes a nice change.
Yes, it does.
I don't like positivity. Shut up. And how are you doing?
Fan dabby dozy, Jason.
Well, that's the end of this. Way too much positivity
Way too
going
much
on here.
positivity.
Right, well, let's go back to Joe. Well, why are you happy?
Why am I happy? Because I'm not currently working. I'm on 2 weeks vacation.
Well, there you go. There you go. He's awake and he's happy.
Indeed.
And how are
And he's
you
got
doing?
I'm
Why are you
good.
fan dabby dosy?
I'm fan dabby dozy because we're back on the mic. We're back on the podcast after a little break of incidences happening. But hey, we're back.
Yep, we are. We are indeed. How long this will last, who knows? Because
Nobody knows.
this is probably the first time. I mean, I did the Paradise Game Convention a little while ago. That gave me a little bit of passion back, but since then I come back and I lost all interest, motivation again.
But now you're.
I haven't been playing as many games as I want to be, but I will be honest. Putting this on earlier, it makes me feel good.
Right.
And to make it better, today we got the confirmation that we got our press passes for UK Game Day.
See, look, we're riding a wave of positivity.
It is indeed. So I think being back on the mic, coupled with the press passes thing, I might actually have got my motivation and passion back. Have you been playing games recently? Yeah. So we've got some games we reckon we can talk about a bit later.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. I know there's one that we're going to be talking about today because it's one that we've played. Well, I mean, me and you have played it a fair bit, and you own the game.
Yes.
And we're mainly going to be talking about an expansion.
Yep.
But we've never talked about that game on the show before, so we can cover the base game as well.
Sure.
Indeed.
But yeah, what do we want to do first? Do we want to talk about some games we've been playing to build up to it, or do we want to talk about that game?
Let's go
away?
straight in. I reckon we
Yeah.
should go straight with the main story.
All right, let's do it then. So the game we're going to be talking about this time, if you haven't read the name of this podcast, is Rival Restaurants, specifically the Sporks Out expansion. So before we go anywhere, we want to talk about what the game is. Now, Ant, I'm going to let you talk about what the base game is.
Thank you,
because
Jason.
Up until about 5 minutes ago, it was your game.
It was my game, and we've done a swap for other games.
We've
But
done a
anyway.
swap. But yes. What is Rival Restaurants?
Rival Restaurants is basically where each player has their own restaurant to its own theme. It could be a British restaurant, it could be a Japanese restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Indian restaurant, and you are competing with other players to go against their restaurants, i.e. rival restaurants. And what you do is you are given recipes at the start of the game, and you need to place your chefs onto the board to grab ingredients or to grab, get rid of garbage or gain other abilities that your restaurant can have, which is like gain more money and stuff. And to do that, the first person to 20 points wins, or in the game, it's the wiener.
The wiener.
Not the
That's
winner.
right, yes.
But that is the all-in-all basis of rival restaurants.
We're out of practice, all right?
We are out of
We're
practice.
accepting
It's been a
it,
while.
so-
Tip of the tongue, teeth.
Teeth in the lip.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the basic premise of the base game of Rival
Pretty much.
Restaurants.
Yep.
There's a lot of replay value in that base game, isn't there? Because there's loads of different chefs that you can be, loads of different restaurants.
Yeah.
And just because you've got a Mexican chef doesn't mean you end up with a Mexican restaurant
Nope.
because it's all random draw, much
Exactly.
like Scythe, I guess.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Yep.
principle
Absolutely.
there. And then the Sporks Out expansion is the second expansion.
It's the
for the
second
game,
one, yes.
I
it is,
believe, which just adds in some extra chefs. So I think there's 4 additional chefs, if I remember correctly, and 4 additional restaurants. We'll talk a bit more about those chefs a bit later because they do seem to bring a bit more to the table than the chefs in the base game. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't really a huge amount extra put in with that expansion. So yeah.
It's very much like the first one. The first one, Back for Seconds expansion, was more chefs, more restaurants, and one stipulation. Where I think this one's got a couple more in this expansion compared to the first one.
Yeah.
First expansion.
Nice. James, you've played both the base game and Rival Restaurants Sporks Out.
Yep.
Initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, yeah. So one of the things that Ant didn't mention in his little blurb was that all the chefs have their unique ability.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in the base game, they're a little bit more generic. They literally just fire off under a certain circumstance. One of them, the one that always strikes me, is the one where if two chefs are on the same ingredient, he can kick the other chef off. Because normally you'd have to bid.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, if you get two chefs on the same ingredient, they have to like bid for it.
Yes,
effectively. Whereas he
Buy
can
and
he can basically go, no, it's mine.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the chef's abilities are fairly similar, in a similar vein. It's like they trigger under a certain circumstance and they'll give you some benefit. Whereas the chefs in Sporks Out, most of them you have to power up first.
Yeah.
But when you do, they're quite powerful.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So there are some differences without a doubt. So let's talk about components. I mean, we can sort of touch on the base game stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because I am going to be referencing some of the base game stuff.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things about the Sporks Out expansion which I'm, both super happy with and not so happy with. But yeah, overall for you, Ant, how do you find the components of the game and also the expansion?
The problem with answering that question, Jason, is because our copy is the Kickstarter version. So
of course, yeah.
We have a deluxe version with deluxe components, which are plastic tokens for the garbage and for the money and stuff. So I believe on the normal retail, they're all just cardboard. So they are pretty good. I actually like the fact that the garbage tokens are in a actual bin as well, which is pretty good, very thematic and stuff. But they're very basic. I mean, the chefs are just normal standees, cardboard standees. They're not actual meeples or anything like that at all. So again, that's very basic. And then you've got your placement wheels where your chefs are going to go, but you hide them. It may be the game is too old or something, but I find them very loose and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they can turn very easily when you do it. Oh, no, I'm actually meant to do that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then be like, I lie, you cheated or whatever. But,
exactly.
Apart from that, very, very basic as to what they are component-wise.
Yep. Nice. James, how do you feel about component-wise?
As Ant said, as obviously you've got to bear in mind, it's the Kickstarter version, but I actually quite like the restaurant cards because they've got a slightly plasticky feel to it because you put those the coloured clips on them.
Yeah, it's almost like a lamination. To them, isn't it?
You'll probably know this because you've actually worked in a kitchen restaurant.
Yep.
They very much remind me of the clips that chefs use for cover orders when the covers come through from the till and they put the thing up. It's like they look exactly like that. So I like that little detail. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not 100% sure that that's what they were going with for it, but it works. And it 100% makes it feel
if
that
they
way.
weren't going for it, it's a very happy action.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Because they do. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, they're the little clips that you put the receipt trails on.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, it's a good observation.
Yeah,
I don't know if that is what they were going for, but
so I like in the same vein as Ant says that he likes the bin because he's very thematic. That all the trash goes in. It's like just a little thing. That's like that's quite. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So yeah, I think for me overall, like the components are fantastic. I like the standees. I like the fact that they're not miniatures.
Okay.
I think the game might be a bit sort of overproduced if it had those miniatures.
It's a lot of characters in your day.
Exactly.
It probably would be more expensive as well.
And I think it sort of just blends nicely. If you had the miniatures, it would draw away from the smaller things like you said, the little pegs and what Ant was saying about the trash bin. I think if you have miniatures, they would be drawing your attention away from those
certain
details.
things. Yeah, it makes sense.
So I think really overall the production is fantastic. Now, specifically with regards to the Sporks Out expansion, now, Ant, you covered it a little bit, but we are going to caveat this. This is quite an old game.
Yeah.
And the Sporks Out expansion that we've got is brand new.
Yeah.
It was provided to us for the purpose of these videos and potential review,
Thank you very much.
which we never said we would do, but we're doing it regardless. But yeah, I noticed, and I will try and put some pictures up on the screen so that you can actually see these things for those of you watching. But I had noticed that the cards, specifically the card backs, are of a different shade. Obviously, the brown, it feels like the newer stuff is I can't remember which way around it is, but I believe they're like maybe a couple of shades lighter.
Yes.
Same with the purple cards. Yeah. Now, that's not inherently game breaking, but
it draws you
because
attention.
they're placed face down.
But you know, that's
if you know the deck,
one.
you're going to see as there's a new card coming out, so that's only going to be, forgetting what the actual restaurants are in the expansion, but it's going to be Mexican, Japanese, American, or I don't know, Brazilian.
Yeah.
So because there's only 4 chefs in there, it's going to be one of those 4, which means you can sort of go, right, I've got a rough idea of what will be there. What ingredients have I got left? Right, so if I complete this now, I'll have these ingredients, and there's a high chance I'll be able to potentially complete another order on the next turn, just by knowing what those cards could potentially be. So not inherently game breaking, but given the right set of circumstances, it could change it.
Do you think it'd be better if they were sleeved?
I mean, 100%. If they're sleeved and you can't see the backs,
back sleeves.
Then it's sorted straight away. But you really shouldn't have to do that.
No. But in all fairness, I had noticed that until you pointed it out.
I noticed that creep into games when they bring out an expansion quite a
long
period of time after the base game. And probably because it's gone through a different manufacturer who couldn't quite get it creeps in.
It might even be, especially with an older game, it might have had fade. And it might be that it has been printed by the same people in the correct shade. But this game is 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, at least.
This is not 4 or 5 years old. This has been through a rigorous amount of shuffling. This hasn't.
It's weird. It's weird how it's such a big gap for an expansion.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it was very strange when they released it. I think last year, when it was actually.
There was obviously a call for it.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, it's nice to know that there's some sort of love still for the base game as well. So
but other than that, the wooden meeple, we'll call them meeple things. They're not actual meeples, are they? But the components.
One of them would count as a meeple. My favourite one,
of course. Yes, yes. The wooden bits that come in the expansion are for the special abilities of the new chefs.
Yeah.
You've got your favourite one, which was the raccoon.
The raccoon who can dumpster dive. It's like anything with the raccoon in it is just going to immediately win me. But it's again, the fact that you send the raccoon in to dumpster dive for the discarded ingredients is raccoon.
It's a wonderful. I mean, like I said, we'll talk about gameplay wise of it in a minute, but the component wise, it's very clear it's a raccoon.
Yeah.
You've got the boxing ring for, I think it's one of the female characters.
Is it Japanese?
Possibly,
chef?
Can't remember. But you sort of, it's played by every corner of the board that you go to. You get one of your boxing rings, and then you get 2 cards which are stupidly powerful.
Yep.
But again, we'll touch on that in a little bit. Then there's my personal favourite one, which was the salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
Where on the bottom of one provides, if a player claims it from the board, it gives money.
Yep.
Or on the other one, it gives trash.
Yep.
Which for the most part, you don't want. What was the other one?
You build the rocket.
Build the rocket.
That's the one. That's my close second one. Just because if you pull it off, it's hilarious.
Yeah. That's the one that basically nukes other people's players.
Caveat. You have to guess a card or something in order to build it, right?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact mechanics of it, but I think you have to guess from one of the blind draw piles of one of the supplies, and if you guess right, you get a section of the rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it literally, the card comes with a big red launch button when you complete it.
Nice.
You nuke the board.
Fantastic.
You nuke the rival restaurant. Yeah. Take that!
Aha! So they're sort of all of the components that are really in Sporks Out. I'm very happy with them, other than the minor things that I've already mentioned. Have you guys got anything else you want to say?
It does have another stipulation, doesn't it?
It does.
It has a bidding system in this one.
It does.
Yes.
So you get an extra board. You're
the
quite
action
right.
Cards.
So I guess we should talk about gameplay, because that is actually the new first phase of the game.
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll talk about gameplay. It's broken up into various phases throughout the game. And Sporks Out introduces, as Anthony said, a new bidding mechanism. Now, it's not done in the first round of the game, but in every succeeding round. And it is basically the action cards, which previously you could only buy by going to the central market and spending 300 money to get one single card. Now, at the start of the round, if there is no action cards on the new board, you draw one face up so everyone can see what it is. And then players can use money from their previous turn left over to actually bid on those cards. Now, you can choose to put any amount down from 0 to whatever money you have left. If no one bids, the card stays there, and then the following starting round, a new card is drawn, but it's drawn face down.
So it piles up.
And it piles up, and you're then bidding on
the whole pile.
The whole pile. So there are ways of getting these action cards, which are very powerful,
They are.
quite cheap, using this bidding mechanism. And you don't really want to let someone get lots of action cards, especially for cheap. So that's an interesting new mechanism to the game. For me anyway, how did you find that?
I liked it because it's different to what is in the Back for Seconds one. I found it very interesting because I had the ability where the salt and pepper guy, which was very OP, because when you put the money down and the one with the money on it and no one goes to it, you just gaining money over and over again. So I was really wanting to bid every time. And then me and James just kept drawing with our bids on and on and on. So it was piling up, and it was quite intense, to be honest, because again, it's all blind bidding, and then you put your hands out and stuff. I actually really liked it. I think it gave it a little more edge. That did it really need? No, but I thought it was quite perfect to go as an extra phase to the game, if you like, on top of the other phases of the normal game.
Nice. What about you, James? How did you find it?
Personally, from my style of playing that game, I really like it, mainly because I actually use the action card mechanic. Because what I used to find in the base game, because you had to go to the island and then spend 300 money, it wasn't the only thing you could do at the island, but you had to choose one action every time you went there. And the way I always looked at it is there's far better options than blind drawing an action card, because it's also like you're paying 300 money and you don't know what you're going to draw.
I mean, they're all very good.
They're all very good.
They might not benefit you in
the other things you can do there are get rid of trash or buy one of those clips. And every single time, it's like, if I've got 300 money, I'm buying a clip because they're more worth it. So I never used to use the action cards. In this way, you can still get them without having to go to the island, and therefore you're engaging with the mechanic more. So I prefer it.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say, some of the new abilities of the chefs can be negated by the essentially nope cards,
and some
which
of
are
them
action
can't.
cards, and some of them can't. But it now gives you a reason to, I could do with a nope card, so I might, especially if I know that there's a nope card in that section, then I'm going to bid on that.
This is what I mean about you're more likely to interact with the mechanic, because if you've got leftover money and you're not saving for anything at the end of the round, before, because it was part of the action track, I was like, I might need that money for something. But because it's the end of the round, and after you've done the bidding mechanic, you refresh your money anyway. So 1 or 2 rounds into the game, once you've got your money clips, it's like, I've got 300 left over. I can throw some in the bid and see what shakes loose.
And that's the thing. You've actually come up with a very good point, because the one thing that I would say is one of my favourite things about that expansion is it's actually making me play different, because previously I would blow all of my money, on ingredients, because if I'm not using them now, I'll use them later. That's not a problem. Or I've got bargaining shit to banter, and barter with everyone else. Whereas now I'm like, I could do that, but they might not want to exchange with me, at which point I'd rather have some money left over so that I've got a chance of getting those action cards for a cheaper price.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that it makes me think about things rather than just going, I know I'm going to get some money at the start of the next round, so I'll just blow everything now, hope that I can exchange some stuff. Great. We'll start the next round, I get some money. And I love the fact that it is very purposefully stated that you have to do that bidding prior to receiving your money for that round.
Yeah, because then it'd be too OP then.
Because
So you're guaranteed to do that
exactly.
every time.
It is forcing you to use your leftover money.
Yeah, and like you said, the reason I never used to buy them before, like you said, is that step where you buy from the island is the same as the bidding round, and it's real time. Remember, so it's on an egg timer.
Yeah.
So I don't want to drop £300 or 300 money on one action card and then go, well, I've got nothing left to barter with now because I still need to barter. I haven't picked any ingredients up because I've gone to the island.
Yep.
So the only way I'm getting ingredients this round is by bartering.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it the other way around, you barter, you've probably run out of time. Oh, I still need to run out of time.
Yeah.
So I never that was a part of the game I just used to, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a less desirable action to take.
Now, once the bartering's finished, I was like, oh, I've got 200 money. Like I said, 200 money left over. Well, I'll chuck 100 in.
And do you find
into the blind, because it's a blind bid.
Yeah,
and you all reveal. So I'm like, I could chuck 100 in and see what happens.
Did you find that it made you check out what your opponents had left at the end of the round more than prior?
100%.
Because you could sort of think to yourself, what's everyone got? No one's got any money left. I have 100. Well, I'll bid 100 because I know no one else has got any money. I've just got a nice
stack of action
cards that I can now use. So yeah, I really like that mechanism. I think that's a fantastic addition.
More strategic play than you didn't need to in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
And it opened, like I said, I think a lot of people felt the same way. Like when we played it a few times at the club, like I know Dave interacted with that in the base game, but not very much because he sort of quickly realised like sacrificing too much to get these cards. And then when we played the expansion with it, it's like, all right, okay. It's opening up this whole mechanic to most of us, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, I think it made the game more challenging, 100%.
It was.
Introducing basically those action cards into it. Because, like you said, no one was wasting valuable money on getting those action cards in the base game.
And the fact that there are nope cards in there as well. Because it's like invaluable, always invaluable. It's like, I'm going to do this, which is going to... No, you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the best cards.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a note card.
Everyone loves a note card. Everyone loves it when a note card gets noped.
Exactly. So yeah, that's obviously the first phase. You know, look how much we've talked about that. It was absolutely fantastic. So then the game rolls on. You then gain your money for the round. You then have the. Now this is where I guess we can talk about some of the character abilities because some of them trigger in certain phases. The one I'm thinking of particularly is the salt and pepper shaker one. So once everyone has decided that on their little wheel thing where they want to go, they reveal it. They have to place their chef on a card, not in the market, on a card that they either intend to buy or maybe not buy.
Yeah,
and are just being deceptive.
You're not tied into buying the cards that you place your chef on. It is purely for if two people land on the same thing.
Yeah. And certain chef abilities in the base game, as you said earlier, that particular one, if you're on the same one, you can just boot them off.
Yeah.
Other ones, you have to do like a bidding war or something for that.
Buy barter on the buy barter section.
But yeah, once everyone's chosen their place, any characters that have got abilities then do the abilities at that point. You then do a time thing, so you flip the timer. You've got that amount of time. I think it's 30 seconds in which to buy all your ingredients from the section you're in.
Yeah, you can also blind buy from the top of the deck.
Yeah, and obviously in that time as well, you have the option to barter with your fellow players.
Yep. So if you've gone to say the dairy section on the board. I was like, okay, I need 2 dairy ingredients for this, but I also need veg.
Yeah.
Like,
but you can't get those in the same place.
Yeah, carrot tops, well, as an example, or something. And Jason, I've noticed, has got carrots in his ingredients pile, and he's not assigned them to a recipe yet. So I can then, in the barter phase, say, Jason,
what do you fancy?
How much?
What are you buying?
You know, do you either want some money for your carrots or anything in my ingredient pile that I haven't assigned yet that you've taken a shine to?
Yeah. And, at which point I point out that my carrots are top quality.
Yes, and he won't accept more than 300, less than 300.
Less than 300 for these things that cost me 100.
Yes, but Jason has astutely noticed that I only need those carrot tops to finish my
ingredients. And of course, when you complete a recipe at the end of the round, you don't actually get money for that recipe.
No, you gain prestige.
You gain prestige, and that's how you win the game. It's 20 prestige. Some of I think, because you have 2 different recipe levels, don't you? You have a basic and you have a premium or gourmet.
Yeah, gourmet.
The gourmets tend to give you a lot more prestige, but at the same time, they also provide a lot more garbage. Now, garbage is interesting because
it's hot and steaming.
Hot, steaming garbage, one of our favourite phrases here. But if you've got a garbage, it knocks off 1 prestige from your recipes as you complete them. So you kind of want to get rid of the garbage.
Yep. Before you complete. So if your recipe is worth 5 prestige, but you've got 2 garbage accumulated in your restaurant, it's only worth 3 if you cash it in.
Yeah.
So you want to be getting rid of the garbage by going to the island before you complete a recipe. Exactly. So there is an element of strategy there as well. You need to
have to pay to get rid of it as well. So it's 100 a bag. Yeah,
100 per bag.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the basic gist of the game, isn't it? Really, that's the whole.
You keep going and going until you are the wiener.
The wiener.
Yes. You get unlocks as you go down the track as well.
Yeah. And it's different chefs, different restaurants provide different unlocks as you go through.
Now, they're all pretty unique. I don't think a restaurant has the same
unlocks.
They are all different.
They are all different. And then, like we've mentioned earlier, you get the coloured clips you can get from the island as well, which will give you
more money at the start of the
round. Being able to cook more than once.
Yeah, there's two that give you 2 different amounts of money, and that's how you get your maximum income.
Yep.
You've got the double cooktop, which allows you to do
2 recipes
at the same time, because that's an important gameplay mechanic. It's like, even if you've got the ingredients for 2 recipes, if you don't have that unlocked, you can only cash one in at a time. And then it's the expanded recipe books, isn't it, that allows you to draw.
It gets you more recipes you could pick.
Yeah, when you cash a recipe in and you draw a new card, you get to draw 3 and pick 1.
Exactly.
I think.
Instead of taking the top one, you draw 3.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because obviously we haven't said that if you have a specific dish that's to your restaurant, you get an extra prestige for it as well.
Yes, so, there is that.
Yeah. So if you create a Cuban recipe in a Cuban restaurant, you get an extra prestige, which is a nice little mechanism as well. So let's talk a little bit more about those character special abilities, and particularly the ones from the expansion. And you sort of mentioned the one that you got to play, which was the salt and pepper shaker.
That's right, yeah.
I've also played as that character. James, you've been against it twice.
Yep.
How did you find that one? Did you think it changed the game quite a bit?
I think it's a character that's best played with more players. We obviously just played the 3 of us because what we were saying about where I placed it all the time, if I know it's a place you're not going to go to, I still gain that bonus.
Yeah.
So it was a very, I think James was mentioning it's quite OP, that character was, to a degree.
It seems it.
It's that one and the boxer one that they're kind of
the polar opposite.
Yeah,
go on.
That one is broken at a low player count because you can game the hell out of it.
It's almost, essentially, if you're at a low player count, because the way, from what I remember as it works, you place the salt and pepper shaker down, no one knows what one it is. It could be garbage.
Except you, because you're allowed to look at them.
And if no one else takes the card that it's placed on, you get whatever it is underneath.
Yeah.
Now, there is an element of risk there, because if you put down a garbage thinking, oh, I'm going to go and get that thing, or I'm on it, and you know that I want it, you might put a garbage there and sort of go, I'm going to screw you over. But then if I choose not to take it, at the end of the round, if no one's taken it, you have to take whatever it is. So you could give yourself garbage, but at the same time, in a 3-player game, and I was the same when I played it, there's no rules about you having to put it where another player is.
Exactly.
If you know there's an empty market, just put the money one on there. It's a guaranteed 200
And that's the problem.
money.
I kept putting the mystery mark, which everyone knows is the most expensive shop in there.
Yeah.
So no one barely goes in there unless they really need alien goo, which is a wild card, by the way.
Yeah.
But so yeah. But who was the character that had the blue and white box?
Oh, the green and I know the one. You mean.
Because you played that. I can't remember what she did though. Although
so
that box did.
That's the potluck. That's the potluck one, isn't it? Where I can't remember how that special ability worked.
Yeah, it wasn't super like.
It was good ability, but I can't remember what it did now.
It was another one of those. It's the same as the boxer. It would be really good at a high player count, but not so good at a low player count.
Yeah, I think it's you put it somewhere because you're hosting a party, aren't you? Essentially, right?
Yeah.
If you draw a card or someone draws it, I have to guess the ingredient. If I guess it right, I get the ingredient. I think
something
I can't
like
remember. It wasn't particularly memorable.
That's the rocket one. I think it's something of, don't quote me on this because I can't remember, but I think it's a lot. If you put something in, if you put it on a market, and again, someone goes into that market, you get a share. You get to take something of that market as well because it's like it's a pot. It
is, yes. It's something along that lines. It stops someone else going in it because you get something. You benefit the top card of the deck or something like that.
It means that you could technically go to 2 markets in one. In one go, because I think Ant's right. I think you get the top card of the deck. If
someone goes,
I remember it being unparticularly, not really memorable compared to the other 3.
Yeah. Again, at a high player count though, it's just 3 ingredients for you.
Yeah. So that's 2 of the characters. Obviously, your favourite one was the raccoon, the dumpster diver.
Yeah. So
which I think, if I'm being honest, is probably my favourite in that expansion.
I love it for the thematics, but it's quite powerful because it's one of the bits of the game we haven't spoken about is during the refresh you've got the card dumpsters as well.
The dump thing in the middle,
because the markets they hold 3 cards.
Yeah,
and I think it's the end. Is it the end card?
It's 3 or 4 cards, but the end. During the refresh, the end card goes.
Yeah, it goes into the dumpster. So at the start of the round, I think you place the raccoon in one of the dumpsters for the relevant market you're targeting, and then at the end you get the top card.
It's whichever card is discarded in that dumpster. So if someone completes a recipe that has ingredients, you get those as well.
So it's a really good way to collect ingredients.
And you can then use those ingredients later in the game, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they go into my supply.
Yeah. You're literally cooking with trash.
You are cooking with trash, and it's one of those where you spam. It's the only chef in the game where you basically go, I'm not trying to get rid of the garbage. I'm trying to because I played it wrong. Because it's the third. After it's like, no, I shouldn't be caring about garbage. I should be spamming recipes and only getting 1 or 2 points, but hammering one out every turn.
Yeah,
because you'll shoot up the track. But you are the side of the road pop-up stand that has a very questionable health rating, basically.
Isn't that you're supposed to trade trash as well, aren't you?
There's
something along those
There's
lines.
Something to do with trash as well.
Can't you give it to another player or something like that?
That's on his unique unlock track. Once you've got a bit of prestige up, you can do something with trash.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you're not supposed to care about accumulating it like you do with the other chefs.
Yeah. And then the final one in the expansion is the boxer, which, as I said earlier, when you visit each of the corner markets, you get a boxing turnbuckle.
Yep.
And when you've got all 4, you then have access to 2 cards. Now, they're very, very powerful cards.
Yes.
But as we figured, in smaller player count games, the ruling with that character is you have to be in the same market as someone else to be able to use one of those cards. And they're devastating. But the problem is, once you know that, you just try and avoid.
I might be wrong. It's kind of the same thing. Well, I might be wrong on this, but I think you actually have to be on the same. It ties in with the bidding account. I think you have to be on the same card.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
but that by extension,
but either way, you have to be in the same market.
Yeah, and you are right. On a low player count, it's too easy to just avoid that player.
Yeah. So that one for me is a bit of a shame because it's going to be brutal at a higher player count game because you're almost guaranteed to
be in a market with somebody.
Someone. Whereas the brutality of your character with the salt and pepper shakers is, as we said, at a lower player count, you're almost guaranteed to give yourself 200 money. Whereas the other two sort of fit nicely in every player count.
Yes, because their abilities aren't tied to direct interaction with the other players in that regard. The rocket one is stupidly powerful, but it's balanced by the fact that it's quite difficult to build the rocket in the first place.
Yes, yeah.
Providing you're not a great card counter.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing is we've now got quite sizable decks with regards to the ingredients. The recipes. You don't really churn through them.
No.
In the game. Especially if no one's going for the pegs that allow you to draw X amount and then only pick one.
Like I said, if the greasy spoon guy is being played right, I reckon they'd actually churn through a little bit faster. Because like I said, his thing is don't care about garbage, don't care if I'm only getting 1 or 2 points, just keep churning the recipes out.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like that's on me for playing it right, for playing him like I played the other chefs.
Yeah.
Without really realizing how he's supposed to work.
Yeah. So overall, I know, Ant, you haven't had the experience of trying all the different ones as much as we have, but you've experienced seeing how they play.
Yeah.
Do you think that they are a nice addition to the game? Do you think they change the game in any way? Either for good or for
bad. They
bad.
definitely change the game, but I think I have to go with what James says. I think you need to have the right player count for specific ones. Now you know what they are like. I would feel like James would be like, you know what? I'll be that character, but I'd rather be him if it was 4 to 5 players or whatever, sort of, just to make it better or more fairer, maybe. I don't know.
I think it should also be mentioned as well. When we played the expansion, we set it up so that we were to experience.
Yeah, essentially, because obviously we needed to check out the expansion. We made sure that we were the new chefs with the new restaurants with the new cards,
whereas they should be
completely shuffled and random,
and a blind draw. So you are supposed to have a mix of base game and expansion chefs playing against each other.
Exactly, and that sort of leads me on nicely to the next question that I have for you guys. With regards to the new chefs and their abilities, more to the point, how do you think they are balance-wise with the base game stuff? Because if you are going to be drawing these things randomly, you have no control over what comes out. And if you've got one player getting a new chef with a new ability and everyone else had the basic chefs, which we've already said are pretty well balanced and pretty generic in what they do, whereas these new ones are quite powerful, how do you think that sways the game, and is it going to be a fair balance?
I think it works because the new chefs either take time to build up to their powerful ability and they have an element of luck to whether you're actually going to be able to build them. So they take longer to charge up effectively or guess, whereas the base game chefs are not as powerful, but they're pretty much guaranteed to trigger at some point in the round, every round. So I think that's how they balance. So they're not as powerful, but they're going to trigger more often, as opposed to this ain't going to trigger as much, but you'll feel it when it does.
Yeah. What about you, Ant?
I'm in two minds about it.
Okay.
I mean, as a player that knows how they play, I would prefer them just as they are. So if you said, Ant, we're going to play your rival restaurants, I'll say, okay, what characters? A mixture, I'd be like, no, can we just do these characters or whatever?
Yeah.
If I was a new player, I think I'd feel a bit misled. Like if I've got the normal base game character where all he can do is kick someone out of a market or offer the same card I'm on, whereas this guy can gain 200 money every time, I'd feel a bit like, well, that's a bit unfair, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's it's a two-way decision on that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I get what James is saying, because, like I said, the other guys take forever to get to, like, building the rocket and all that sort of stuff. It takes time, but
and as we said, like,
it's devastating after it does
that. As an experienced player, it's like, okay, I would actually remove that chef unless I was playing a high player count now, because that ability isn't nearly as broken at a high player count, because someone is going to land on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or risk it.
But like Jason said, there's a bunch of, a lot of chefs in the first game.
Yeah.
Maybe you still can mix them, but maybe have ones with abilities that are a little bit higher than the normal basic ones. Because it varieties in difficulty and all that for the characters and stuff. So maybe try and balance out a little bit more. So maybe both take a little bit of time to use their powers and stuff. Yeah. But I can't remember all of the base game ones. I know they are very, very basic, but there are a couple in there that are quite... That's very dodgy.
I mean, I remember the very first time we played it. I think I had a particular character, and he just seemed way more powerful.
Exactly, yeah.
So I would say that they are well balanced, but sometimes, if given the right circumstances, they were stupidly
provided
overpowered.
What you pick, yeah, exactly.
It's the danger of a random draw, though.
It is,
exactly.
Yeah, and we sort of gave the example of Scythe earlier. There are banned combinations. Because they ended up being so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember actually reading the rule book for that for the very first time. Okay, this has got to have been developed through hours of playtest, but the fact that it literally states, "Do not combine this board with this board."
Yeah, exactly.
Done their homework.
So, gameplay wise, is there anything else that really stands out to you, either good, bad, anything like that?
No, I think the bidding ones is what stands out for me on that on this expansion.
So that's your standout from
that's my standout for me. Yeah.
What about you, James?
Raccoon.
The raccoon. Of course. I'm going to go with Ant on this one.
Yeah, no, the bidding mechanic that opens up that. The bidding mechanic that opens up that whole easy accessibility to those action cards is just you can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't, and I think it changes the game in such a way, in a positive way, that it has to be the highlight for me. The bidding mechanism of those action cards, absolutely phenomenal. The new chefs are nice. Obviously, they need to be there to make the expansion kind of worth it. But yeah, I'm very happy with it overall gameplay wise. But the real question is, what is the value of it? We've talked about the gameplay, so I would say there's a fair amount of replay value that it adds to the game.
The game already, the base game came with so many chefs.
Yeah.
Already, there was a lot of replayability in there, and the fact that it adds 4 more. Is just, but it doesn't have quite a high player count that it can go up to as well.
I think it can go up to 8.
Goes up to 8 restaurants.
Yeah. So you can get a lot of players in it, but there is so much replay value just with the amount of chefs that are in the game. The recipes, they're all pretty standard,
Yeah.
But I know fans of this game actually get it for just the extra restaurants as well.
Yeah.
Because again, as we said about the different abilities they unlock and stuff, and a lot of people get it just for that as well.
Yeah.
I remember getting back for seconds because it had a British restaurant in it. That's the reason why I bought that one.
There you go.
Just for that.
There you go. So yeah, value wise, you bought this originally. This was a Kickstarter for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Ignoring the Sporks Out expansion, because that's obviously new. What do you think on the actual monetary value of
the base game? Or I mean,
while you're talking about that, I'll try and find out how much Sports expansion is.
Like I said, like James pointed out as well, it's got a hell of a lot of chefs, a hell of a lot of restaurants. There are actually a couple of blank board restaurants, so you can actually create your own restaurants in that as well, which I think is pretty good because some people do like to have their own idea with things. You have enough recipes, ingredients. I think there's bang for your buck in it.
Yeah.
But I bought this a while ago, so it was quite expensive at the time. I think it's a lot cheaper now. But there's so much replayability to it that it's one of those ones where if someone said play it, yes. even though I know how to play it, what to do it straight away, it's a different experience every time.
Yeah. So for context, the Rival Restaurants base game is currently selling for £65.
There we go. Yeah, so I paid 70 for mine.
And your deluxe edition is £75.
Okay.
And finally, the Sporks Out expansion is currently sitting at £29.
Wow.
But you can pick it up as little as 20.
Yeah, I picked up Back for Seconds for about 16. So,
So yeah, James, what about you? Value, you're Mr. Tight Fist. How do we feel about the value of the game?
The base game or the expansion?
Bit of both.
Bit of both. This is a difficult one actually because it's you get a lot in that base game. 70 odd quid.
64.
No, 64.
Yeah.
Be at the upper end of my tolerance, I think. The expansion, if you can pick it up for 20, I would actually say it adds enough to the game to be worth it.
You're sort of looking at £5 a character, aren't you?
Yeah.
Really?
That's definitely worth it. It's the deluxe one. It's, what did you say? 75.
75.
Yeah. If I was considering it's only like £10 more expensive, so I would probably, if I was going to go do it, I'd just spring the extra.
Might as well,
spring the extra tenner.
Yeah.
But it would be for what you've got in there. It'd probably be at the up. I'd and ah about it before dropping it because it's probably at the upper end of my.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with at the end of the day, board games are getting quite pricey.
Yeah,
so that's a pretty standard price by.
Yeah, you've got to take all of that into account.
Yeah.
But my initial reaction to that is 70 might be pushed because it's still a sort of medium-sized box game. But that's the new landscape. Yeah, that's an entire different episode. It's the new landscape of board gaming, which is taking a while to
Would you play this at 8 players?
See, this is the thing. This is a question I ask myself all the time. I don't know I would. I think there'd be too... The main reason I say is, with your bartering phase...
It would get
with
too
8
messy.
people,
I think that's the point, though. Because I like to think that 3 to 4, it's a board game.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, it's a party game. Because there's definitely more battering, but there's more definitely bartering, there's more buying, and there's more use of the abilities of the chefs and that.
The problem I have with barter games is that it's very... The game is enjoyable. I've enjoyed every game. A bartering 8 people with everyone piling in.
30 seconds to go.
Someone is going to pretty much consistently get shut out.
They're going to get shafted. Yeah,
and that won't be fun.
Yeah,
8 is too much. I'd probably give it a go at 6.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay. I think I'd go to 6.
Okay.
Mainly because again, when you think about getting 8 people around a table, the table needs to be a size big enough for 8 people, and the board itself isn't actually that big. So there's going to be people that are having to sort of, look over what's everyone got, available, what people got.
And you're trying to scope out 7 other players. You've used your 30 seconds to just look at you and see what everyone's got.
Yeah.
Putting that on Dave's table.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, if it was going to go to 8, I'd give it a go at 8 just for the giggles.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would say a few little rule changes might have to happen. The timer needs to go twice for the bartering.
Yeah.
So you get a minute instead of just 30 seconds. Because otherwise you're just going to barter with the people that are next to you.
Either you've got to extend the time or impose some rules on the bartering, like you rotate and each round you can only barter with 2 people or something like that. It's something to keep it a little bit more organized, like you said, so someone doesn't constantly get frozen out.
Yeah, exactly. Just to
it's naturally going to happen with everyone screaming. You're just going to go, you.
Yeah, exactly. So just to draw a line under the value of this one, you're sort of at the price.
Yeah, like I said, this is really another episode entirely, but this is me still getting used to the new landscape with everything. So it's like my initial reaction is that's too expensive.
Yeah.
And then take all that into account. It's like, no, this is the new normal, and that's probably on the upper edge of reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you're sort of more on the. I think it's reasonable because you obviously paid it in the first place.
Yeah, but no, the reason was when I initially kickstarted it was I wanted to play it as a family game. I was trying to get my kids into it and my wife into it at the time and all that sort of stuff to play it. But then it turned out to be a game where yourselves and other players were interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it did justice with value-wise.
Did you say you paid 70 for it?
70.
So this is what I mean about the new landscape. So Anne thought it was reasonable as a brand new Kickstarter at 70, and in the
it's about 4 or 5 years now, isn't it?
And in the 4 or 5 years since it come out, it's gone up by a $5.
Yeah,
not down.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by it's a 5-year-old game. That's too expensive. No, that's the new landscape of board gaming.
Yeah. So another question, obviously for yourself, Ant, you sort of said it a bit there. Who's this game for?
Yeah, I say it's for everyone.
Yeah,
I do say it's very easy to learn, very easy to play. It can be intimidating, like James said, with the whole batter and button thing, depending on how many players you got. But I don't think anyone I've introduced this to has had a bad time with it, to be honest. They may have wanted to have a second play after someone's won because, okay, now I get to the whole cooking and countering side and whatnot. But I think everyone can play it. I don't think it's like 10 plus or something like that.
Yeah, but it's quite a reasonable length.
But no, I think it's for everyone, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
I don't think it's got anything particularly difficult concepts.
You're trying to get out the camera.
That's you've given us chairs with wheels, mate. That's why I keep rolling out of shot. I don't think it's got any particularly difficult mechanics to get your head around. So yeah, I'd almost say this is a family game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure I would quite agree that it's a family game, but then again, you've had that experience. I haven't yet.
Okay.
But if it says 10 plus on the box, I would actually agree with that. I think that's a fair assessment, especially if you've got 10-year-olds that are used to playing games like this. The Sporks Out expansion, do I think it's required for the game? I think the base game provides enough as it is, but if you enjoy the base game, I would say that Sporks Out is worth it. And
I would like to again play it with my family, and if they say they really liked it, okay, now let's add a bidding system to this. Now maybe not necessarily the chefs, but just that bidding system would be like, here we go.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things is I will treat this expansion as modular depending on who I'm playing.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going with. Yeah.
It brings up an interesting point, because if you know how that bidding system works, you don't need the expansion.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. There's not actually anything in there, and I guess that's
new.
Yeah.
It's just a board to put the cards on.
That's true. Yeah.
If you actually know how that bidding system works, you don't need to buy the expansion.
Unless you want the chef.
But if that's what you're interested in, all you need is the base game.
Has it got new action cards in it as well?
I think it has got a few new ones in it.
Okay.
I don't think it does.
Does it not? I thought it did.
I don't think it does. No, I could be wrong. Might do, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Yeah. Take that with a pinch of salt. I thought it did.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure.
Well, I know the Kickstarter base game has more than the normal base game does, action card wise. Yeah. But I couldn't remember if that specific expansion had more action cards to add on top of it or not.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting one to ask you, Ant, because I already know the answer to this question. Is this a keeper for you, or is it?
It's a keeper for you now, Jason.
Is it destined to leave your collection in the near future?
It's destined to leave from today. Congratulations, Jason. It's all yours.
Okay, yeah. So, I obviously bound to say it's got to be a keeper for now because I've literally only owned it about 45 minutes.
Exactly.
So
it's a keeper for Jason.
But yeah, it's still staying within our extended game library.
Exactly, it's still amongst us and all.
You know, and would we say this is a game we should be keeping in the collection for a little while?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Man, fantastic. Final thoughts, James?
Very good game. If you see it being played and you've not played it,
Get your sporks out.
Join that table.
Aye. Sporks included.
Aye.
The real question is, who's going to be the first person to bring along the Toy Story Spork to put in the middle of the table?
Forky.
But yes, I think that's all I want to talk about, really, about Sporks Out and rival restaurants. It's our first impressions.
Play it if you haven't.
We've played it more than enough to actually do a proper review of it, if we're honest. But and you've only played it with the Sporks Out expansion once.
Yes.
And I don't remember who won that. It was
probably you, Jason.
Probably me. But James knows because you're actually really good at logging these plays now. I'm terrible.
Yeah, and my phone's all the way over there.
It's all the way over there. So, shall we talk about some other games now that we have been playing, seeing as though I've actually got a passion for talking about games again.
Let's do it.
How about that? Let's do it. Okie dokie, guys. So let's talk about some games we have been playing recently. Now, I haven't been playing much, but I have been playing some.
Yes.
Who wants to go first? Oh, deciding factor. He's pointing two fingers. It's you.
Oh, me. Okay. We played Flip 7 with a vengeance.
We did. The brand new Flip 7 for gamers.
Yes.
So, talk to us about Flip 7 with a vengeance. That's going to get really annoying. Keep saying that.
Yes. Right up our street with the take that mechanics.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Standard Flip 7 with additional take that.
Yeah, more cards. There's extra
13 section
there's
now.
13.
Yeah.
13 13s in there as well.
There's the divide by
the
cards.
divide by 2 to replace the times 2.
Yep.
You've got the minus cards in there as well, which are awesome because you can play them. Yeah, if you draw it, doesn't have to go on you. You play it on someone else.
You can. There's one that if you draw it, you can swap cards with someone, which can force them to bust.
Yep. Yeah.
Like if you've already got a 2, I've got a 2, and I draw the swap, I can go. I don't like the fact that you've got 6 cards and you're almost about to get 7.
Yep.
Bust.
Boss. Bosh. So yeah, there's some real fun in games.
You've got the unlucky 7. You've got the lucky 13.
Yeah.
You got the discard card as well. You got the flip 4. There's so much to this one.
So replace the flip 3 with the flip 4. You've got the force them to draw one and then freeze. It's so good. It is so good. If Flip 7 was great fun, right? I love
and we
Flip
all know
7.
it is,
It was a guaranteed game to be in my bag. That's already been replaced now.
Yeah.
It's like, I've now got Flip 7 with a vengeance in there. I found out about this back at the Toy Fair, where I got to try it for the first time, and it was really, really good. And pitched to me as Flip 7, but for gamers. And I already knew enough gamers that played Flip 7 anyway.
Oh, it was really I remember the first time I played Basic Flip 7 was last year at UKGE.
I think it was actually.
And it was hot there.
Yep, it was. And I think with a vengeance it's going to be super hot this year. Although it seems to be a bit more readily available than Flip 7 was when that first came out.
Yeah,
because that really was rare as rocking horse.
Yeah, but it was so the amount of people playing it, like I said at UKG, and I think the stands that were selling it sold out.
Oh yeah, so quickly, so quickly. But yeah, so I'm guessing, just a random guess, James, but I'm guessing you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. It was very, very good fun. Like I said, right up our street with Take That. We love a good Take That.
Yeah, we do indeed. I am going to talk about a game that we played on the same night, but before I do, I'll let Anne do his. So what have you been playing?
You should come around this way, mate.
Yeah,
you can't start the audience like that and then.
Oh, I can.
Leave them
I can, and this is one of the best bits about sitting in the middle here. If I'm running the show,
he can just pass it on.
I can just pass the buck.
Well, I played a game.
And I don't give up.
Well, I played a game I didn't realise Jason had played and really liked, and mine is Shallow Sea.
Yep. And James has played this one as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By Bad Comics Games, I believe.
Yep. Bad Comics.
Basically, Cascadia, Under the Sea. I think this is better than Cascadia, to be honest.
It is. 100%.
Better mechanics, even though it's pretty much the same, but I love the scoring the way you score in it, how you can change the corals, how you can create sea life, and how you can have tiles that will help you score certain ways. I just love how it pops with colour, how it looks pretty on the boards. And this is a game I would never, ever really consider trying until it was brought forward to me by a new content creator on YouTube I've just started following. Who's a guy up in Scotland, and he really pushed this game. So I thought, you know what? Maybe this is something I can play with kids and stuff and whatnot. And turned out a lot more other people liked it. And I really, really do like Shallow Sea.
Yeah. Now, I want to say something about Shallow Sea because I've been so close to buying it myself recently. And the main reason, it actually goes back to what we were talking about within the first impressions, and that is cost.
Yeah.
That game, the production value on that game, for what, £35?
I paid $32.99 at Wayland Games.
And it's absolutely stunning. You've
Yeah.
got all of those lovely little wooden fish.
Yeah.
You
You have player boards, which
you've got the player boards.
Cascaded doesn't really have because you build it, but the board itself is just and
you've got that ever-changing sort of dynamic on the board as well, isn't it? Where you've got to surround your corals with the fish to be able to complete
spin
it.
seashells to move them around and stuff.
I just about remember. Is this the one we played at Gatwick Gaming?
We did, yes.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Yeah, and we played this quite some time ago, and it's only really recently that it's starting to show up
absolutely.
in the UK. The question is, did you buy the expansion for it?
No, I didn't.
You haven't bought the expansion.
Funny enough, we've been talking about expansions today. I don't really get many expansions now because I don't feel like it would come to the table enough.
Yeah.
If it does, I might consider getting the expansion as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess my final comments on Shallow Sea is what a stunningly beautiful game.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the colours, the saturation of the colours on that is so good. So good. And like I said, you add in the bright colours of the tropical fish.
Yeah.
Along with that deep blue that you get of the ocean boards, and then you've got the bright oranges of the coral, and it is so good.
Even the simplicity of its opening box front cover is just like the blue coral, but the clownfish dead centre. This bright
Nemo's dad just
Nemo's dad just going out and back in. He goes out and back in. But yeah, the corals are colourful, the board's colourful, the fish are colourful. Just if you want, bright, colourful like a Pixar movie, Shallow Sea.
It is a Pixar movie in board game form, isn't
100%.
it? It's absolutely fantastic. Really good game. I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, I never knew you guys played it. Yep. I never even heard of it. So I'm just glad that you guys got to play it before I did.
It was just that was a real random. Well, it was when we were at Gatwick Gaming. We just
I mean, we're talking like over a year ago.
Yeah, one of the other guys just got it out and someone had you fancy playing this.
Okay.
So, why not?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
why not?
Like, both of us were just like, oh, don't know this one.
Yeah, never seen it, never heard of it. Absolutely loved it. Obviously, I've been looking for it, but it's only, as I said, only recently it's become available. So there you go, Shallow Sea. Very, very good.
Give it a go.
Choice, sir. So for me, my choice is actually one of the hottest games from 2025 that I initially looked right past because I thought it was the most ugly game I've seen in forever. And I went for the same company's much better production game of Hot Streak. But we've been playing Magical Athlete.
Oh, the Hot Streak killer.
Aye. But they were released at the same They were released at the same time from the same company. But
is it though?
Is it the same game, James? Is it the same game?
No.
This is the one where you move it with dice, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Look, I'm just going to say it. I know it's a real Marmite art style, isn't it? Because some people love it. Some people hate it.
The art style is definitely very Marmite.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I
don't.
I loved this game.
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun.
So yeah, we've got this to the table a couple of times now, and it's. The theme of it is the same as Hot Streak. It's sort of mascots racing around a thing, and there's a bit of douchebaggery and take that going on, but it is totally different.
Having played both of them, Hot Streak is verging on being a party game.
Oh, 100%.
Magical Athlete is definitely a game.
there's a bit more of a game to it.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I still would put it in the party game category.
I think it's just a bit too much to it
Yeah.
to class it as a real party game. Where Hot Streak is definitely a party
like I said,
game.
for me, it's the heat and downforce thing again. It's like, yes, they're both racing games, but only one of them is a racing game.
Yes.
Whereas the other one is actually a betting game. This is the same with this one. You know, Hot Streak is a betting game. It's a gambling game. Magical Athlete is a born and bred racing game. You pick, you don't get, you do pick 4 characters, but then for every race, you're choosing one of those characters to go up against the others, but no one knows who it is because everyone reveals it at the same time.
It's like you draft.
You do.
Your 4 races.
Yeah.
But
each of them have got like special abilities,
and you don't know. Once you've drafted your 4 characters, you have to pick one to enter into a race, and you do 4 races.
Right.
So you don't know. You might think, oh, I've got a really good ability here, but it has to synergize with the other races.
Yeah.
And you don't know who is. You blindly pick it, as does everyone else, and then you reveal who's going to be in the race.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of replay value in the game.
Oh yeah,
because there's loads of
stupid amount of characters.
And like I said, you'll never get. I mean, I would hasten to say, in the entire time I own that game, I don't reckon I will ever get a game that's the same as another one I've played previously.
Because there's what, 16, 17 characters,
something like that.
Yeah, the amount of combinations you've got there is you'd have to play it a ridiculous amount of times.
Yeah. But yeah, it's played over four races where one of your races will be on the board. You know, obviously whoever gets the end wins the race.
Yeah.
Gets the most amount of points. Whoever then comes second gets more points. And then the board flips over to change it all. And then on the second side, it's like Funhouse.
Yeah.
Where you've got, go back, go forward, gain points, do this, do that. And it's like, oh my God. And then you've got the characters doing all these weird and wonderful things at the same time. It's like, this character pushes you forward 1, which pushes you onto a space that kicks you back 5.
Yeah.
But then you land on Big Baby's thing and you can't share a space with Big Baby, so he kicks you back 1 more. And then that puts you 1 in front of somebody else who probably punches you in the face and steals your son. Yeah, all sorts of weird stuff.
And then the guy at the back's playing the one where every time somebody's ability triggers, he moves forward 1.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, you could have been right at the start, but if you just happen to land on the wrong space,
and
you might end up all the way at the back, facing the wrong way.
One of the games we played, didn't 3 of us get stuck in a loop of literally moving over the same 3 spaces because... Yeah, bloody Big Baby.
It was Big Baby, yeah. Because none of you could get past me. But again, I actually understand what you're saying because it is all done on a roll to move basis. Right. So you are using that ancient mechanic. I mean, it's an old game.
Yeah.
Although it's a new game, it's a re-release of an old game. So rolling to move is probably the biggest downside of it. But at the same time, it adds in the carnage of that game.
Right.
I think you'll really enjoy it. I'm with you though.
The art style,
it's horrible.
Is it worth the hype? Because there is a lot of hype in this game.
This is really going to pain me to admit it. I think it is.
Okay,
I think it is.
If it is,
I'm not aware of the hype because I don't follow that kind of stuff. But
it's sold out like everywhere.
I thoroughly enjoyed the games because it is carnage.
Yeah.
And I love chaos.
Yeah, just you two that played it?
No, we played it as a 4-player game.
4-player.
Dave and Simon, I think we played it with.
How many to go up to?
It might be 5.
Okay.
I don't think it's a 6-player game.
We played it with 5 because we played it with.
We did with the new member.
Yeah, the new member.
Yeah, must go up to at least 5. Might go up to 6. Can't remember. But yeah, really, really interesting. We're definitely going to get you to play this.
Yeah, I'll be able to give it a go.
It is hilarious once it kicks off.
Yeah. I mean, James, when I got James to play, because again, it was another one of those. I'd set up and you were turning your nose up at it.
It's as you said, it's the art style. I took one look at the art style and went,
what is this?
Yeah.
Have you been rummaging through the bargain bin, Jason?
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah. But yeah,
and then
halfway through that first round,
eat my words, because it was brilliant.
I'm just going to say is that I actually think I got a better reaction from James out of this than any game of Hot Streak.
Hot Streak, wow.
Yeah. Hot Streak's fun, don't get me wrong.
I mean, it's a hard one for me. Is like, where do I sit? Do I still think Hot Streak
which is better?
Considering I said Hot Streak was my number one for last year, I'm going to say Magical Athlete would have been in the top 5.
But does it beat Hot Streak?
I don't know if it does, but it is very, very close. So it's a great game. Has it got replay value? Let's see, because I've played 4 games of it now, and it's not boring me yet.
Okay.
I've had great fun with it. I've taken it along to every game day so far.
Nice.
I've got a game day this weekend as well. It will be coming with me. But so will Hot Streak. So there you go. Really, really, really good game.
I think that'd be a good topical episode. Which one would it be?
Yeah. The Versus.
Yes.
The Versus episode.
You're going to make the racing games race each other.
We should do that.
Aye. Yeah, we should. We need to get you to play it sooner rather than later.
Make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, are there any other games that you guys want to talk about?
No, those are the 2 main ones from me, because we played them on the same game night.
No, mainly purchases, not much gaming this gap we've had. So, like I said, a lot of purchases, not really played much, to be honest. So, we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, I think...
there'll be a lot to talk about next episode.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fairly bumper-ish episode anyway, because it's been a while since we sat down and actually had a chat. I mean, I haven't seen you in weeks, things going on. As I said, my motivation has been... Me and James could have recorded the last, 3 weeks, but every week it's been me that's said, no, I'm not feeling it. But I'm happy to say that I've enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I feel like my passion is
nice
back
to get
just
back,
a little bit.
Most definitely.
And knowing that we're now on the road to UK Games Expo, that's got me going. I think I'm
10 weeks to go.
Ready now. 10 weeks and counting. We need to think about some content that we want to do for it this year. Yeah. I've got videos to prepare for. We've got podcasts that we need to talk about. What games we're looking forward to.
We're looking forward to.
I've got a list of games that are being released there this year.
I haven't even looked yet, so I need to see this.
We'll have to send it to you because it's getting updated almost daily at the minute. And there's some...
We'll do an episode on that.
There's some interesting stuff, I think, this year. 20th anniversary. It's going to be big.
The all-important question is there going to be anything there that's going to make me part with some money?
Place your bets now. 100 to 1. 100 to 1.
It's per game he buys.
It's 0 to 1.
It's been notoriously difficult the last 2 years. It's like, is there something that's actually going to do it this time?
No, you didn't buy one last year, did you?
No.
Because I've still got Autobahn here, which was from the year before, which you still haven't done.
I learned it when we got back. We just haven't played it.
Well, there we go. 2 years, we might actually play it. Should we take it to UK Games Expo this year and we might actually play it 2 years after?
Give it back to Expo.
Let's swap this. I bought it 2 years ago.
Into the bring and buy. It's like, this is where you were born. This is where I shall take you to die.
And on that lovely dark note,
we're back.
We're back. Hopefully we'll be able to get together again soon.
Yes.
Hopefully in 2 weeks.
We will.
If I don't.
We've got some games to play, so we definitely will. We'll
do
do games night and then we'll do an episode.
Yeah, sounds good to me. But
you've got Kickstarters we need to play as well.
We have. Kickstarter turned up earlier today. Fantastic. Love it. I've got a new game down there, Rival Restaurants.
Yeah.
I've not played it yet. That was a joke. It was a joke.
What? You made me watch this episode.
But yes, thank you very much, guys, for coming back along and more importantly, putting up with me for the last few weeks of my miserable
Fatigue.
There you go. That's a good word.
Nice save.
It's a very good save. It was going to be a bit non-PC then.
Yeah.
But
nah, it's fine.
Yeah,
everyone needs to decompress every once in a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
Expect the next one to be talking about, have I lost my passion? No. Don't tune in next time. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have you got anything else you want to say?
Yes, first off, have you played Rival Restaurants? If you have, leave a comment below, let us know, and tell us what you think about it. Have you played any of the expansions? Again, let us know. But more importantly, which one do you think is better, Hot Streak or Magical Athlete? Comment below, let us know. Obviously, if you like what you listened to or watched, give us a like, a share, a comment, or more importantly, subscribe.
Feel the passion, Jack.
I know.
The passion.
I know. Where did,
I'm waiting for the cut then.
Where did you get the energy from?
I know. It's 9 o'clock at night. And on that note, I've got a son to put us to bed because, I'm a good parent and all of that.
And I got work in the morning. So.
And you got work in the morning. Oh, well, I mean, we've all got work in the morning apart from him.
I don't.
No, exactly. But, yeah, there you go. Until next time, I have been Jason.
I have been James.
I've been Ant.
And you have been watching or listening to the Meeple Minded Podcast. Join us next time for more tabletop gaming goodness. And goodbye.